How many years of an age gap is deemed unacceptable in a relationship?
I feel like you could do as you please as long as she overage.
So, so if she is overage, like, what's the gap?
It don't matter. Live your life.
So, so a 20-year gap, that's cool.
Do your thug, do your big one, pop your yeah, pop your
So for you, would you date a chick that's 20 years older than you?
I'm 26, so if she 20, if she over 18 and she mature, you know, so let's run it.
So you 26 and a 46-year-old say, what's going on, you know? You with it?
I'm with it.
For sure. Hey, well, so it ain't no age. As long as she ain't underage, it's all good.
Yep, for sure that.
How many years of an age gap is deemed unacceptable in a relationship?
5 years too much.
5 years too much?
Yeah, too much. 4 years or less, I'm good with.
What about you?
There's a formula, isn't it? Divided by 2 plus 7? Round up, 10-ish, you know? More or less 10.
So about 10 years is good?
Yeah.
10 years?
Yeah, 10 years, bro.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna go with like 3 max. I'm good with that.
Oh.
So 3 max. So 3. So 3, 10, under 5.
Under 5, that's what my mom says.
So y'all don't believe in 15-year gap and all of that? Nah.
Nah, I make enough money for that, but like, nah. I'm good with that.
After you get when we're 40, you know, then we'll see. Ultimately, if my mom approves, we're good. We're good.
So if she approves of a 15-year gap, you down with it?
Depends. Maybe in like a few years when I get up there, 15 will make sense. You know?
15 years, that's illegal for
Right
you,
now,
bro.
yeah, right now I'm going to jail, so
illegal.
I might have to cut that.
All right, cool. So under 5,
I'm gonna say under 3.
under 3, in 10 years.
Yes, sir.
Well, you don't give a damn, do you? Hey,
We might have to watch it. We might have to put him on watch.
he's looking for a sugar mama or something. I don't know, man. How many years of an age gap is deemed unacceptable in a relationship? We'll start with the birthday guy.
Wow. Well, I think it depends on the age, but yeah, I would say maybe 20 years or so. That seems a little bit of a stretch, 20 years. I mean, it's less when you're older. 20 years doesn't mean that much, but I mean, when you're younger, 20 years is a lot. So I'd say 20 years.
20 years, okay. What about you?
Age, it's definitely hard because age is just a number. It depends on someone's maturity level. You know, I've met a really old guy who was really immature, and then I've met like a really young guy who I felt was super mature. So age only matters so much, but I think in terms of relationship, it like more so for males, I think they should date girls who are at least 21. Because you see more males dating really young girls versus an older girl dating a younger guy, right? So it's more like societies like accepts more that an older guy's with a young girl, and they kind of judge an older girl being with a younger guy, more so.
Okay, so if you were in a relationship, how old, like what's your limit on the age for the guy? Could it be 20 years? Can he be 20 years older than you?
I'm happily married, but if I was dating, I wouldn't go younger than 30.
How many years of an age gap is deemed unacceptable in a relationship?
Is this if the man is older or the woman is older?
Doesn't matter.
I say like 3.
3 years?
Yeah, I think that's okay.
So anything over 3 is unacceptable?
Over 3? No, anything. Oh, no, give it to Cheyenne.
Okay, so I think it depends. What she said, I think it depends. But I feel like maybe 10 years is unacceptable because I feel like it depends on what age you're at already. If you're like a little bit younger, then hey, 3 years might be a little bit too much. But I feel like if it's like you're older, then it's fine.
I agree. Honestly, if you're older than 21, I feel like any age gap is fine. But like an 18-year-old dating like a 29-year-old, that's a little sus. I don't think that's okay. But if like you're 21 dating a 50-year-old, at that point you know what you're doing. So, yeah.
So I'm gonna just throw some age groups out there. So what about 30-year-old woman and maybe 45-year-old guy.
That's fine.
That's fine?
Yeah, that's fine.
I feel like that's normal, like for our parents' generation. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
18-year-old and a 30-year-old.
Hey.
I don't like that.
Teach his own, you know. I don't know if
I don't
do
like
But
that.
teach his own.
Yeah.
60-year-old and a 29-year-old.
Oh, 60-year-old and a 29-year-old?
Get that money, sis.
She said, get that money, sis.
Why you making us
money,
think this hard? 60-year-old, 20. Okay, I'd say that's like kind of okay. Cause like you're 30, so you must like got a little, you know.
You know what's what.
Yeah.
60 and 29. Damn, that's a. Whew.
You almost 30, bro. I think you got it at that
Yeah.
point.
I
Like
feel
you know
like-
what you're doing. You chose that for yourself.
Exactly. I feel like once you're past 25, you know exactly what you're doing and who exactly you're with. So, I don't know.
How many years of an age gap is deemed unacceptable in a relationship?
Yeah, I'm saying like maybe like if you're like 18 up, I'm saying like maybe like 5, man. 5 years for sure. Like if I'm 23 and like 18, then yeah, you know, I guess it's acceptable. But after that, bro, like 5 years, nah, bro.
So anything after above 5 years is unacceptable?
Yeah, but obviously like if you're underage, right? Like nah, you can't do that. But yeah, 5 years, I would say.
What do you think?
I would say 6.
6 years?
Yeah, 6 years.
Okay, so anything under 6 years is acceptable? Yeah. Anything 6 years or over is unacceptable? Yeah. So what do you say about, I guess, the relationships where, you know, it's a female and she probably like 25, she dating like a 50-year-old?
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie, like, if they're happy, I guess, you know what I mean? But, like, I just feel like, come on, you know what I mean? Like, how do they have the same interest, you know what I mean? Like, a 25-year-old is all wildy, she's young, she's trying to party, and you got a 50-year-old, just like, you know, a rich guy, like, I don't know how that works, honestly.
Honestly, all I can say is that either you want to do, I mean, I ain't gonna judge you, but I'm judging at the same time, but, I mean, I don't want you for this, but honestly, you do you, honestly.
How many years of an age gap is deemed unacceptable in a relationship?
Okay, well, I think that really depends upon like maybe who's older in a relationship. I think if the woman is older, it might be a little bit more acceptable depending on how many years as opposed to the man. But I also think that's a personal opinion because I see couples nowadays where it's older gentlemen who are dating younger ladies and some people might have a problem with that. Me personally, I think as long as the two people are happy and they're treating each other right, age difference shouldn't really matter that much. You know?
Okay, whew, solid answer. I can't even. So, if it was you, would you have a limit on how old you would be versus who you're dating?
Yeah, well, for in most cases maturity reasons, I would like to date somebody that's at least, you know, within like a 5 years of my age range. Because if you're dating, like, say for instance, if you're 27 and you're dating an 18-year-old, you know what I mean, like, there's certain things they might not understand about life yet that could cause, like, you know, issues within the relationship or things of that nature. But me personally, I like to be involved with people, I'll say around like 5 years. You know?
Solid.